Okay, success is mainly dependent on what your goal is. If, for example, your goal was to grow your followers from maybe 10 to 20, if you get to 23 followers, that is success. You have passed your target. You also need to set your KPIs for any account that you're managing.
So in today's session, we'll be able to look at social media marketing. So social media marketing is one of the main challenges which businesses face here in Kenya and also globally. So you find that you have an idea of what to post, maybe it's your product or your services, but you're really stuck on what to do. So in today's show, we have Ann Nyokabi, who's a digital marketing expert and also a social media manager. And she'll be able to take us through some of the important things which you need to consider in your social media marketing. So Ann Nyokabi, welcome to the show. You can please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Ann Nyokabi. I'm a social media manager and strategist and also a digital storyteller. I work with brands to elevate their presence on the social media platforms, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Okay. Ann, it's a pleasure to have you. So one of the main questions which our users have is which social media platform should I focus on to promote my products or my services?
The social media platform that you should focus on in promoting your businesses is where your target audience is. So the first step before you be on any social media platform is to find out who your target audience is. For example, if it's the younger generation, you'll mostly find them on Instagram and TikTok. If it's the working professionals, they're mostly on LinkedIn and Twitter. If it's our parents, they're mostly on Facebook. So the first step is identifying who your target audience is and identifying where they are.
Okay, now once you've done that, then another important question could be how frequent should we be posting to these particular social media platforms?
Okay, the frequency is rather a relative topic because to someone else, twice is consistent enough, 3 times is consistent enough. So it basically depends on what line you're in. But the main advice that I will choose is however many times you choose to post is be consistent. If you choose to post once in a day, be consistent with that so that your audience is not confused. Don't post today, then you stay a week, then you post after 2 months, you disappear on your audience. Be consistent. And something you need to know is that in today's world, the competition is so much. So you might be posting once and your competitor is posting twice a day. So be very strategic in choosing the number of times you post on your social platforms.
Okay. So now you've already told us about the frequency. Now what about the type of content? What type of content should we be posting on as a business owners?
Okay, the type of content, there are mainly 3 types of content. There is expert content, there is engaging content, and there is promotional content. I'll break down the 3. The expert content is whereby you come out as an expert in the field that you're in. You come out and give us expert content, what people should be doing, because you know the business better than anyone else. The promotional content is whereby you promote your business, you speak about what you're selling. And one thing you need to note about the promotional content is that you need to sell the benefits. Don't put out the price that your products or services go for. Sell out the benefits. Then another type of content is engaging content. This is whereby you engage with your audience, you speak to them, you talk to them, you address different issues that they have that not only relate to your products or services. It's basically getting to know who your audience are. For example, if they were to be put in one room, what else would they be discussing apart from your products or services?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I think we can take a short break and then we'll continue on with this episode.
Okay. Thank you.
So another important question which a lot of people usually have is how should I encourage people to share my content which I've maybe posted on my social media accounts?
Okay. How you can encourage your audience to share your content on their social media platform is first you need to create content that resonates with your audience so that they may be able to share it. Then you need to use high visual content. For example, if there are images, they need to be of high quality. If it's videos, they need to be very clear and very audible. Another thing is tell a story. Don't just put your content out there. Tell us a story, tell us the why, give us a very compelling story. In that way, people will be able to share it. Another thing is use humor. Make people laugh, be entertaining. So those are some of the strategies that you can employ so that people can share your content.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for this particular content, in most cases we find that we already have an existing personal social media account. Should we necessarily create a new account for the business or just post the business content on our personal accounts, which maybe already have people who know us?
Okay. It's advisable to create a business account because your personal account, it has people who already know you, so it's easier because you'll get the likes and all that, but they may not be necessarily your target audience. So the best thing is to open a business account, and even with a business account, you're able to get analytics, you're able to see impressions, you're able to see how many people your content reached at, and you're able to analyze whether your strategy is working or not, which that information you cannot get on a personal profile. So yes, it's advisable to open a business account when you're running a business.
And are there any optimal times which you should be posting in this particular social media account, or you just post any time that I feel like?
The best time to post on social media platform is when your audience is active. So you really need to identify the times that your audience is active. Is your audience active in the morning as they're going to work? Are they active during the day? For example, if your audience is mothers, are they up in the social media in the morning or during the day? Are they online when maybe it's around 5 when they're coming from work, or at night when they've already done their work and they're going to rest? So you really need to learn who your audience is so that you can know what time they're active on the platforms, and that is the best time to post.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there are also some instances where you can utilize paid advertisements. What's your opinion or your take on the paid advertisements for social media posts?
There are two types of content of growth on social media. There is organic growth and there's the paid growth. Organic is usually the best growth, but it takes time. When we say organic, we mean the traditional way of growing. You don't sponsor your post. You mainly focus on giving valuable content. It is the best way, but it takes time. And I am a big advocate of organic growth. But in today's world where the competition is very high, you need to incorporate paid advertisement. So paid ad is good because it enables you to reach people who are not your followers. So you need to complement both organic and paid advertisements.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, as a social media manager, how do you mainly measure success for your particular social media accounts?
Okay, success is mainly dependent on what your goal is. If, for example, your goal was to grow your followers from maybe 10 to 20, if you get to 23 followers, that is success. You have passed your target. You also need to set your KPIs for any account that you're managing. For example, is our goal engagement? Is our goal reach? Is our goal sales? For example, if our goal is sales and by the end of the month we have not done any sales, then we need to change our strategies. If our goal was to get to 1 million people, that is the reach, and we don't achieve that at the end of the month, we need to analyze why didn't we do it. So success is dependent on what your goal is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also, from your experience,
Mhm.
what are some of the main mistakes which business owners make in relation to social media marketing?
The main mistake that I see people make, first of all, is inconsistency. For social media platforms, you cannot post today. Maybe you do 10 posts in a single day, then you stay a week without posting, and then you expect when you come back, your audience will still be there warm enough for you to sell. So the first thing is inconsistency. The second thing is people are not telling stories. You need to tell us your brand story. You need to tell us why you're doing what you're doing, why you're doing the services that you are. We need to understand why we need to buy from you and not your competitor. So brands are not telling out stories, and that is another big mistake. Then thirdly is only putting out salesy content, whereby your posts are buy this, buy that, we are selling this, this is 1,000, this is 2,000, and you're not telling us why we need to buy from you. So you need to avoid being salesy on social media platforms and give value. Tell us what value will derive from using your products.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think finally, to close it, let's say I'm a business owner, I'm interested in what you've said. So how can I be able to reach you?
You can reach me on social media. On Instagram, I'm known as Anyokabi, the social media manager. On Facebook, I'm also Anyokabi. On LinkedIn, I'm Anyokabi. And my number will also be shared on the comment section.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode where we'll be diving more into the life of a startup here in Kenya.